right. Fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fastest 15 minutes in social media. My name is Judson Powell. Please hit the subscribe button. Please hit the like button. And today, what I'm going to do is tired of all the, all this stuff about the virus and this, that, and the other thing. So today, I'm just going to do a straight up Kemetic teaching, which I really like to do, because this other stuff is like just insanity, and we know. All right. Anyway, so somebody came on one of my posts, as usual. Somebody came on one of my posts, and they were like talking about God. And so, what they said to me was, they were like, well, since you're, well, they called me an Egyptologist, which I'm not. All right. I am a Kemetic priest. I'm not an Egyptologist, though. I don't do all that. I mean, I've read a lot of the stuff, but not even that deep. So, but here's the thing. So they were like, well, who created the universe? Since you don't, what did he say? That I don't believe in, since I don't believe in God. And so I was kind of like, and then I thought about it for a second. I was like, I just don't believe in, which I said yesterday in the video. It's like, I don't believe in your concept of God, because the true concept of God is a Greek and Roman mythology concept. It is not from Alkebulan. It has nothing to do, Alkebulan being Africa, it has nothing to do with Africans, okay? Which is another thing that I get into all the time, because I try to tell people, look, no matter where you ended up on Earth, everybody that has melanin came from Africa, okay? That was your original place, that we all came from. Why? How do I know this? Because we have Lucy. Lucy is the oldest set of remains on the earth, somewhere between 2 and 3 million years old, from what they tell us, from what scientists have told us. And they have been studied by all different types of scientists and everything like that. So we know that, okay, let's say that they're only 1 million years old or whatever, but she contains a gene which they named the Eve gene, which I'm mad about that. They should have named her, the Arset gene. Okay, so for my purposes, I'll call it the Arset gene. Okay, but here's the thing: every black woman, all right, or every melanated woman contains that gene. Not so we know. It is so when people, like, I posted on the thing, and this is where this came from, because I said that the black womb man is God. And so, because the closest thing that we can come to an originator of the entire human race is Lucy, which is, which would be then under the Greek Roman concept, would be God. That's who God would be, right? Because that's, who the originator, the creator, all of that, right? Okay, but we know that. Okay, so I say that just to, kind of stir up the pot, not figuratively, and I mean not literally, but figuratively. Okay, so that's all I was doing. Now, and the reason why I want you to understand that is because in Kemetic spirituality, in science and in practice of Kemetic spirituality, there is no God. Okay, there are netters, and I've explained this before. Netters are nature, is the nature of animals, human beings, the earth, all of that, and so, and even the term Mother Nature, the way we get Mother Nature is from Mother Zudicaius. Mother Zudicaius is the person who the zodiac comes from, okay? The zodiac, all the signs, the stars, everything, okay, the animals. So we were talking yesterday about the story of Noah's Ark, all right? All the animals that were coming into Noah's Ark, they all had what? They all had a nature, okay? Just like we tell the story about the snake and the and the turtle. You know, why'd you bite me? Because it's in my nature. That's what I do. You know, just like why does a beaver like chop down trees and build dams? It's in his nature. Why do dogs bark? Or why do, you see what I'm saying? Every animal. And if you look at the papyrus and you look at the hieroglyphs in the pyramids, they're all concerned with nature. They're not really concerned with a lot of other things, and everything has all the nature. Just like so you have certain like animals that are related to certain theories or certain knowledge because of what, so you have like Hathor is the, you see the cow, or Anubis, and it has the the dog head and all this kind of stuff. So you have different ones, but they all go back to the thing that all of those on the ark is considered to be what? Your body, your temple, your everything that was. So once you're out there sailing, right, go with me, once you're out there sailing in your ark, all of these different things in your nature come out because you need them. All right. And then and then on the spiritual plane, what do you have? You have your crown chakra, right? Somewhere up there. You have your crown chakra, and you start off with your kundalini. Your kundalini is the basis of who you are. It is your raw survival and creative, even creative, because that's where you create babies. That's where you all of that stuff is done in your kundalini. It's right there in your root chakra. All right. And then as you go up, you get the solar plexus and the heart and all the throat chakra and all that stuff. Okay. Because what? Because you don't know how to use all those other ones until you learn how to use your kundalini. All right. So just think about it. All right. And so that's how come the concept of God didn't come about until at least 500,000 years after the civilization of Kemet. So we're talking a long time. And the only reason why, and let me explain something else to you. Ethiopia and Kush and some of the other sub-Saharan cultures were actually advanced. The only thing is that they didn't write stuff down. And when Kemet came along, they started writing stuff down. So that's why Kemet is so important, because it was the first recorded history, the first verbal history, the first languages, the first alphabets, the first all of that. It came from Kemet. So when people say, just like I said yesterday, Columbus didn't discover America. Why? Because America was already there and there were already people there. So the same thing can be said. They didn't discover anything about spirituality or religion or anything like that, or law or medicine or any of that stuff. All of it was already there because it was in Kemetic society. Okay? And it was in the Kemetic civilization. So that's why, and so the reason why I get so upset when people try to change it up or try to appropriate things is because, or plagiarize or steal, let's get some deeper words, right? That's what they're doing. They didn't invent medicine. They didn't invent, so when people look to doctors who have European origins or all this kind of stuff, they don't know nothing about being doctors. Well, hello. That's why even I hate to go back to the coronavirus, but look. So when I was talking about the coronavirus and I was trying to tell people, look, you're using the wrong treatments. Those doctors in the Dominican Republic and in Cuba and in Africa and everything else, they know the correct protocol, and the correct treatment was heat. The reason why they know is because it's been in their culture for years. They didn't have, and I keep telling y'all, look, we didn't have no hospitals. We didn't have hospitals. We didn't have all that stuff. Okay? We had to have remedies that were from where? From the earth. Natural. Natural remedies. That's what we had. So don't sit up there and try to be like, oh, like they keep talking about ventilators and masks and all this stuff, and I'm laughing because, okay, I wear the mask when I'm outside because I just don't want to breathe nobody else's germs in because I don't know what they got. But come on, y'all, be for real. You mean to tell me that and then when I put that post up, everybody got mad. I said, look, ventilators don't cure any virus. All they do is keep you alive till you die, help you to breathe. You know, so you can breathe easy. And people are running around, they're running around the world everybody's trying to get ventilators. Okay, I get it. You know, I get it. You want to keep people alive as long as you can. But the bottom line is they're going to die because you're not killing the virus. Kill the virus, period. All right, I ain't going to say nothing else about it. All right, so now, so that's why when people start talking about like mathematics or science or law or philosophy, even, you know, the Greeks and the Romans changed all of the Kemetic philosophy and put their own philosophers' names to it. All right, but they didn't discover any of it. Even the Bible, the ecclesiastical writings and you know, the Proverbs, all what they call the books of wisdom and the Psalms and all of that stuff. It was written by Kemetic priests. It was not written by, you know, the people that they say wrote it. You know, in fact, most of those people never, you know, if you really read and study, most of those people never even existed. They never existed. So, and we walking around here, and then even they even switched up everything. Heru, you know, Jesus is Heru. You know, that's where they got it from. That's why, and I keep telling y'all, why didn't they put Jesus on the money then? They put Heru, the eye of Heru, on the, you know, the eye of providence, the all-seeing eye, whatever. That's Heru. That has nothing to do with Jesus. They didn't put nothing about in God we trust, government of defense, and the government of defense we trust. That's what it means. You know, it don't mean. And so when we say, you know, I am God, it just means that I have a different consciousness. It's like, because I realize that everything. Why do you think they say there's nothing new under the sun? Okay. And it's not, and then they, oh, you guys are sun worshipers. No, we're not sun worshipers, but I guarantee you the sun will rise in the east and set in the west faithfully every day. And if it doesn't, we're all dead anyway. I mean, prove me wrong. You know, the sun walking on the water, Jesus walking on the water was looking at what? The sun setting in the west over the ocean. That's all it is. It's like, and everybody tries to make, you know, oh, well, you know, because they created a religion. We didn't have, in Alkebulan, we did not have a religion. We had nature, and we observed nature until we were able to make sense out of what our lives meant. That's what we did. And that's why our people were so smart and so intelligent and were able to figure out things, including things like how to build pyramids and all that kind of stuff. Without any heavy construction equipment and all that stuff, you know, and they still can't figure it out to this day because they don't understand it. And the final thing that I want to say is that the Akashic records, okay, they're the best place to get information is when your sixth chakra is open. When your third eye is open, guess what? When the third eye is open, you can get everything you need from the Akashic records. There are records that are in the universe, that are in the heavens, that are in the sky. You know, every time you go, so that's why I tell people, they say, well, how do you know that? Or how did you, sometimes I just meditate and pray on stuff until what? Until the universe gives me the answer. And I know everybody's like, oh, you know, how do you do that? Pray, meditate. In fact, meditation is like the greatest thing, you know, the greatest thing ever, because what does it do? It takes you inside of you. See, I'm not trying to, it takes you inside of you, and everything that you need. That's like you say that this is the temple. Everything that you need is inside of your temple. All of those animals are on the ark. All of your nature is inside of your temple. Everything, you know, it's all in there. Everything, literally everything is in there. Anyway, so I'm not putting anybody down or nothing like that. I love all of y'all. And I hope y'all all love me. Anyway, that's the fastest 15 minutes on the internet, fast 15 minutes in social media. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and most of all, hit the love button.